Have you ever heard something about yourself that was ridiculous and you know is not true at all? No matter how low-key we are, there will always be some or the other kind of assumptions that's made regarding our personality, our choices, or anything we do. This is something that's quite common. So that's what I want to address today. I would like to talk about this and hopefully try and somehow convince you that if you have ever been talked about, or if you have ever heard something about yourself that was ridiculous, please know that you're not the only one. We all have different versions of ourselves. The version that people who don't know us personally but know us from distance know about us, and these are also the people who make a lot of assumptions about us. And to some extent it's understandable, because all they know about us is what we portray of ourselves, and sometimes also what they would like to think about us. And then we have another version that people who spend time with us get to know. And then there is the final layer to who we are that only we know. What I've learned over time is that we are easily offended, and whenever we are offended, we are out of balance and we don't function at our optimum best. I have been learning to release my offenses so that I can function at my optimum and have a proper balance, so that I move forward being productive and not destructive. When we are offended, we become unreasonable, bitter, unforgiving, and we cannot think right. I used to be offended every time someone who didn't know me very well, or someone who didn't know me personally, made assumptions about me. Over time, I have learned that it's none of my business to worry about what others think about me, especially the people who do not know me very well. It's nothing personal. I'm learning to understand that people are going to make assumptions. We all make assumptions. I myself at times catch myself making assumptions about other people. So we have to understand that it has nothing to do with who we are. It is mostly other person's perception of who we are. And I don't know about you, but what I've learned is that does not make any difference to who I am or what kind of life I live. Most of the time, what others do to us has nothing to do with who we are. Instead, people are simply projecting who they are when they are making assumptions or judging other people without knowing them well. So if we are not careful, we tend to take every single arrow that's targeted toward us very seriously. What I have learned over time is that we can always choose to move away from these arrows. Personally, for me now, I have come to a point in my life where I'm quite okay with people making assumptions about me, because I am learning to be immune to the opinions of others that are not true. And I'm also learning to be immune to opinions that's not coming from a place of love or good intention. When we learn to do that, we avoid wasting so much of our time and energy on things that doesn't really matter in the long run. Many a times we are imprisoned by how others perceive us or how we want to be perceived by others. that we don't give ourselves the freedom to live our lives the way we want to live. Now, I'm not suggesting that you be a doormat and let everyone, do whatever they want with you and say whatever they want about you. I definitely am not a doormat. I'm totally opposite of that, actually. I am pretty good at letting people know how they can and cannot treat me. But I've also learned that when I try to live my life with the intention to send out the best version of myself into the world and understand that every single individual is fighting their own battles, I understand that most of the time I can simply ignore certain comments, especially by those who do not know me well enough but think they do. We got to remember that everything that we do and say will be interpreted in different ways depending on who is doing the interpretation. So we cannot control that. All we can do and all we can control is ourselves. So we got to make sure that we are doing our part well. All we can do and we should do is that we don't make assumptions about other people, and especially the people we do not know. Apart from that, we got to make sure that everything that we do are done with good intention, with love, and with integrity. And then after, it's none of our business to worry about how people want to interpret what we say or what we do. Thank you everyone for being with me here today. I know that I have a lot of new subscribers, so I would like to welcome you to my YouTube family. I'm very grateful for your presence here. But my motive here is not to build a huge community. So I never want to, promote my channel to people who will not be able to resonate with the kind of message that I try and give out here. I know that this is not everyone's cup of tea, and that's totally okay. We are all different kinds of people. But if you have decided to come along with me on this journey, I know that my messages resonate with you, and I will make sure that I do everything with best intention, with love, and with integrity. With that said, I would like to end today's video at this point. Thank you very much once again, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye-bye for now.